Okay, let me see if I can do this a little bit better and a little bit shorter. I got to stick with this. First of all, I have the night off, and I have to do it when my mindset is in it, so I can get into it pretty deep, because that's what it's going to take to figure out where he is. Okay, now hear me out. This is like a calculus equation, or the equivalent, algebra maybe. Okay, so you take every conceivable thing that you have, and then come up to try to pinpoint, where he would be. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, a huge one is distance. What is the distance that he is from where he left his belongings? That's a huge point. So let's stick with that. Let's consider the information. First of all, he was a good hiker. He was an average hiker. He didn't travel far from home. He didn't go on any amazing expeditions. That when he hiked the mcave in this area up here, well, here's Gas Peak. True, he went up to Gas Peak, but right there, you park right down there, and then you cut across and come up there. It's a common hike. It's no big deal. He was not doing record-breaking hikes. Okay, so now let's look at this area and what's there. So usually the answer will be the most obvious. And often they say, we found the person right where he was discovered by someone right where they were looking. Now, keep that in the equation too. Okay, now let's look at his area that he frequented, his beloved area that he chose as a spinal spot, the mine and the mcave area, and Picture Canyon here. Okay, see this? Okay, you could park there, hike up there, come down through Picture Canyon and do it all in daytime quite easily. But it almost killed him. Okay, we knew when we saw the tailgate video that he did right here at the parking corral that, he acted like it almost killed him. So that carries weight as to get a feel for how far he would be from his belongings. It's the whole thing. You take the whole thing together. The distance, not that far, 6-7 miles, whatever. Do it in one day, all in daytime, easily. But he gets back there, it's almost like he was dying. He didn't drink any water. He's going, that's the tailgate video. Okay, so that carries great weight. Okay, now let's look at all the stuff that was up here. Also, he didn't do hikes up here that we know of where he was all over hell and creation like all the searchers have been up here. They've been over here. They've been up to the top of the mountains, back and forth all over. He wasn't doing stuff like that. That he came up and did this mcave hike and to the mine that he returned to 2 or 3 times. But he would come down through here, through Picture Canyon, a known route, and come back there. So there's your distances involved. And like I say, it was hard on him. So even later, he would have been older and less physically fit. And his final picture showed that he was pretty bedraggled. He was getting pretty scruffy and unkempt, unshaven, and so factor that in. And with no preparation after the movie, and then comes up there, and then all of this stuff in here, all of these things in here. There's his beloved mine. He leaves his items here. There's the mine. That's where he got his pine nuts. There's the mcave down there. There's the saddle. He come down there. He stopped and filmed here and looked back and go, I was way up over there and I had to come way down. Okay, so see the distances that he's referring as great distances. That mountain range way over there, and I way down there, and I have to come down and go way over to the car. So see the distances that he's talking about, they're not that great. Okay, it's not that what could he do, was he that good of a hiker? That's not what I mean. But the way he talks, you get a feel for his distances. Okay, so he stopped here and he filmed looking up here, and he goes, I came way down that mountain, I crossed this mountain. Well, he was referring to this, I crossed that mountain. So you've got his beloved mine, you've got the agave pits, He picks up the pine nuts right here. He said I had spent the night up there, which didn't necessarily mean the top, but he could have. So let's say he went up there back then. So all of this stuff right in here, the mcave right here, Picture Canyon, and then he comes here, and right here is where he filmed. Well, he turned around and he filmed back looking right at the opening, goes, well, I did it again, but I didn't find that old mine cave, that little cave, you know, or whatever he said. Right here is where he stood and then filmed that. And then he comes back and goes back and does his tailgate video. So notice that everything is pretty close in. Therefore, if you look at the equation, it does not make sense that here you've got all this and he come here for his final hike, leaves his belongings there, but what? Then he goes over here 10 miles off the distance, up here onto the mountaintop and down onto the east side and over into here. He couldn't have done it. His distances that he traveled was like that. That was the world in which he moved. And he left his stuff there. And so it stands to reason that he's close. Not come here, leave your stuff there, your final thing. And now what? They find him 10 miles away. This is how far he made it, as if he was escaping a pack of dogs or something. It doesn't make any sense. Therefore, I give, you know, the area that I like with this new mindset, instead of going up on routes, and maybe he fell here and he was trying to get up here, but he fell. And if people look away from that, and instead an area that he would have gone over to, you know where I would pick? I would pick this area here that I kept pointing to on the last video. That he comes up here and goes over into here. And if I had to pick, like if they say pick one or two spots because it's a $500 or $1,000 bet, quite easily he could be in here, like in among there, sitting on it. Well, he would have sat on a rock or whatever and then laid down, whatever. You get the point. But I lean towards that. Where else? Why come up here, leave his belongings over there, and then do what? Come over here, go up here, go down here and do this and that. First of all, that's hard to do. And so I say he's close. There's the mine, and I would consider this a prime area, especially now that we consider that it's dark and cold at 5 and 6. Well, now that we're actually in that time zone and that he went missing a few days from now, I say close, not no damn miles up and down the mountains and all over here and off to the north, and he could have made it up here. No, I say no. I say like right there, an area that he was more level, not on the side of a hill. Possibly he went up and over into here. You know, but that's what I say. I think this area should be searched heavily, I mean among the bushes. Among the bushes. Yeah, to hell with the routes that go up to the damn mountain and off to the other side. I say no. Anyway, I hope I got rid of the black bars off to the side this time. But yeah, I say he's close. I can feel it.